Yo, what's up, everybody? Yeah, I was just talking on Facebook. I was talking about how old I am. I was talking about I'm so old. I remember when my father used to take the whole family to the movie theater. He was young. My dad was young. Dad had to be he was 30 years old. No, he's about, back then, when we used to live in Washington Heights. Back then, Dad was about 28 years old. Man. Damn, he was young. Dad was about 28 years old, taking the whole family, 3 kids and my mother. There was 5 of us to the movies. And we used to go to movies in Washington Heights. Back then, the movies in Washington Heights was a lot bigger. Only movie theater I remember in Harlem was 2. It was one on 125th Street, and it was a movie theater on 145th Street. 145th Street and 7th Avenue. Yeah, we used to go to movie theaters in Washington Heights. I can't remember which street it's on, but it was not too far from the bus station. I remember that. It was not too far from the Port Authority bus station. And, man, it was 5 of us in the movie and buying snacks, popcorn and hot dogs and stuff like that. And I was just talking about how they used to show 2 movies back in the day. They used to show 2 movies and intermission. You had intermission, they would show like a cartoon or something. Damn. And a lot of times, you know, people never went to the movie. Back then, people never rushed to get to the movies to watch the movie at the beginning because they didn't care because you saw 2 movies. You might get there in the middle of the second movie and you'll watch the rest of it and watch the beginning of the premiere movie. And then stay and watch the other movie. And you'll stay and watch the other movie and leave you'll leave at the part where you came in on. Yep. You be in the movie theater for about 4 hours. That was back in the days, boy. I remember that a lot of movie theaters on 42nd Street. Back then, when we used to go to the movie on 42nd Street, that's when Dad used to go to, he used to like to buy steak and potatoes from that steak shop. I can't remember the name of it. But we would always go in there and get steak, potatoes, and string beans. Yeah, it was back in the days, boy. I remember back in the days, children could buy cigarettes. My mother used to send me to the store to buy cigarettes, and a pack of cigarettes was 50 cents then. A pack of cigarettes was 50 cents, then it went up to 75 cents, then it went up to $1, then $1.50. And I remember we get a carton for $5. And then I remember in Germany, around 1988, you could still buy a carton of cigarettes for $5. But I remember a pack of cigarettes was 50 cents. And they said let children buy cigarettes back then. Hey, if you're about my age, tell me something that you remember that you used to do back in the days, all right? Like go to the movies or how cheap food, or how inexpensive cheap food was. I remember one more thing. I remember when they used to they used to leave milk at your door. I remember that. I remember milk used to come in a bottle and we still had a milkman. I remember Con Edison used to knock on the door. They used to have to come read your meter. They didn't read it from the outside. They used to have to come read the meter. Man, I'm old. All right, y'all, take it easy.